Welcome in.
Good morning.
Sunflower Fantasy Football Podcast, Week 8. How's it going, man?
It's going well. Trying to just get my second win of the season.
Yeah.
Struggling.
Yeah, sitting in last place.
Dead last.
Not good. And first place over here. Love it.
Won the game like I predicted, even
Clutch
without. I said that Mahomes was just gonna go off, but won it by other guys.
Yeah, definitely not Mahomes that week, but it's all good.
Mark got exposed.
All right, so we had the first coaches poll last week, and so I took down number 2, me, versus number 5, Mark. Got the 97-92 win. And then we had number 1, Ryan, versus number 8, Evan. Big upset. Number 8 took down the number 1. Number 10, Alex took down number 3, Pat. Number 6, that was number 7, Tristan, took down number 9, Kyle. And then number 4, Quinn, beat number 6, Greg.
Whew.
Takeaways?
It was a fun week.
It was a fun week.
I had a good time. I lost, but I had a good time.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Odell.
Good riddance. Deontay Johnson on the come up. Bernard was a clutch start, but I dropped Edmonds for him.
That sucks.
That does suck.
Sucks hard.
For 1 week.
Sucks hard for sure. Ryan and Evan just went absolutely nuts, both sides. Tyler Lockett with huge game of the year so far. 200 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns.
Whew.
Crazy.
15 catches.
Yeah.
Just off. Absolutely went off.
Yeah. Against what was the second best receiving performance of the season, I think. Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I don't see anyone else. I said Justin Jefferson, I think, was close to 39.
39. Then Adams had 42, I think, or 41. Week 1. Yeah. It was an ugly win against Mark. Really ugly win. But big for the division championship race. Big for me. Sole possession of first place.
It was really the bye weeks and everything. We knew it was going to be kind of a shit game.
Yeah.
Even if it's 2 5-1 rosters.
Alex with the clutch Chiefs defense stream pretty much almost single-handedly got him the upset. We called it a trap game.
We did.
We totally called it.
I think we predicted most all the games right. I think besides Ryan and Evan's game, but
you'd have to run the tape. I don't know.
Fact check.
All right, so let's move on to Coach's Poll Week 8. Very excited for this. Very excited to see
the ranks.
All of the glad to get you guys in on these polls. Alex and Ryan
excited because he's going to be number 1.
Alex and Ryan didn't
calling it.
Didn't submit a poll, so it's really just Quinn and us 4 in the front. Okay, so 5 polls. All right, number 10. No surprise, no change from last week. Alex 2 and 5. Got his first not last place vote though, which is interesting.
Thanks, Quinn.
All right,
I know where that one's going.
Number 9, Kyle, 1 and 6. Woo! Still getting some love though from the polls, staying above last. The league doesn't exactly.
I see you, Pat.
League doesn't exactly agree. Yeah, Pat with a nice little 8th ranking there.
Appreciate it.
Number 8, Evan, 4 and 3. Got some 7th place votes, but
a lot of 7.
But I honestly think Evan is a little bit of a riser. I think.
I don't know who's 7.
Who do you think?
Greg.
Number 7, Greg.
Yup.
Fell 1 spot from last week. 3 and 4.
Woo!
Got a 4th ranking from Kyle, but no love from everybody else.
All right, helped you with that.
Number 6, Tristan, the riser, +1 from last week.
Nice.
With a pretty good gap.
Ranked himself 4 too.
Ranked himself 4.
Yeah.
I respect it, honestly. I think he had a great week, and he's really trending upward. Number 5, Mark, no change again. 5 and 2.
Quinn ranking him at 3. It's a bold move.
I had him at 2nd last week, and so I dropped him pretty far. But what can you do? All right, number 4. I think you'll see your first surprise here.
I kind of thought
Ryan.
that happen.
Ryan at the big fall. Fell all the way from first. Tristan
daggered him.
6. Quinn all the way at 5. Pat still had him ranked 2nd, and then I had him, so you can see the rest.
Maybe Tristan. Tristan's looks like an intriguing poll.
All right, number 3. Pat with his
Tristan ranked him 1.
Yep. Pat number 3 with a first place vote. 4 and 3, still first in the SI division.
Pat really humbling himself with that 5 spot. Too.
Yeah, Pat did not show himself the love. Yeah, I respect it. All right, 1 and 2, do it at the same time.
Is it really Quinn?
Quinn ranked number 2. Plus rose up 2 spots. I took the number 1 spot, up from 2nd.
Only 1 second place vote. You got all ones.
Yeah.
The board.
4 first place votes, 6-1 record, almost consensus. We'll see if I can hang on to it. Had one of the worst weeks in the league last week, so. But I'm getting respect for the record, so that's definitely a record thing, I think.
Pretty good rankings.
Yeah. Again, glad to see participation in the poll. This is really fun. I'm glad we got this going. We should do this every week.
Definitely appreciate it.
And then these are just this week's matchups, which we will get into shortly. And there's really no really good matchups. There's no top 5 matchups. It's very, oh, wow, look at that. Almost
an even spread.
Almost even across, but no. But so I'll update those.
Wait, is it not? No, I think me.
2 and 6. 1 and 7, 2 and 6.
Yeah. If that game was flipped.
But close though. Here's what I do just to keep track of like the upsets and stuff. Like number 8 beat number 10. I'm saying. Yeah. Little college football vibes from this for like.
I'm gonna be highlighted next week for this beatdown about to give Ryan.
Give me a big plus, big riser next week is Kyle.
Yeah, I'm going up to 7.
He's hopping up to 7 for sure. All right, let's do the.
I'll need to win, I think, 2 in a row, and then I can hop to 7.
Yeah, probably.
That's like best case scenario.
We're trying to go through some of the waivers. We're a little behind. This happened yesterday morning, but we're just started now.
First waiver spot, I believe Mark with Carlos Hyde.
He actually picked up Tucker. I don't know where.
He's a waiver on the Tucker's right there.
I see Tucker 2nd, maybe. Anyway. So Mark picked up Carlos Hyde for the insurance if Chris Carson was out, which cost him a win, that injury.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Brandon Ayuk, one of his favorite rookies this year.
Yeah, I added the
Tasty.
Yeah, but it looks like if McKinnon's in, it's kind of wasted waiver pickup, to be honest.
It's so hard to figure out the San Francisco backfield.
Yeah,
definitely one of the hardest in football.
Who knew they had that many running backs?
They have a ton of running backs, and all of them are just rotating big performances. It's pretty crazy.
Sterling Shepard back in.
Yeah, finally healthy.
Henry Ruggs finds his way on finds his way out of his 3rd team, 4th team this year.
Ryan with Wentz, I'm not sure if he's streaming him or if that was just a pickup. Who's this quarterback? Kyler? Kyler's on bye. Yeah.
So that'd be who I'm playing against. I'm cool with it. Who's he play? I think it's a rivalry game.
I think it's you and Ryan.
No, yeah. I know. I'm saying who's Carson Wentz, but I think it's New York or
Dallas. Dallas. I'm streaming the defense. Mark got his kicker back after the controversial kicker, manager decision to not play a kicker until it looked like he needed one. So it cost him a waiver spot, but it's fine. I mean, I probably would have done the same thing.
3rd week in a row on a kicker for someone.
Hayden Hurst found his way back. Alexander Madison back.
In case Cook's a scratch.
Mm-hmm. Michael Gallup. Finally gave up on Michael Gallup. Big disappointment.
RIP.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't looking great, but he's also that's partially a product of the quarterback situation.
If you look up, I guess I read that wrong. I guess he added to Teddy.
Gotcha. Mark gave up on his boy Julian Edelman. Got Corey Davis, who's been good this year.
Yeah, he was on my team for a little bit.
Mims with his first team in league history. Alex picked up Mims. He'll be gone by Sunday.
He'll be gone probably right before this podcast gets posted.
Unless he starts him, which he might. He's struggling in receiver.
Dropped your boy James White, I see.
Yeah, no, not my boy. I just was trying to rely on him for 1 week, and he almost cost me a win. So tough. All right, well, let's go back. Fitzpatrick gone. I don't know why he had him in the first place. Curtis Samuel.
I think he was really banking on him getting traded, even though it's definitely not going to happen.
It could have happened though.
I don't see how.
Yeah, probably not.
If you have a division or if a spot for the playoffs and you're starting 2-2, it's hurt possibly.
And just like it's a culture thing. I think you just want your guy around who got you there, kind of thing. And then I added speculative Logan Thomas with my extra spot.
Team renames.
Yep, they're all.
Oh no, he did. See, he dropped Teddy Bridgewater as your brother.
Goodness. And Curtis Samuel's gone too. All right, enough of that. Let's do some Week 8 preview.
Dum, 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 dum.
And let's start with this one. 4-3 versus 4-3.
Yep.
Big moves here for Evan with a huge upset. Put him in second in the division.
Yep.
Pat first in the division. Pat projected to win. Pat leads the all-time series. This is a fun one. 11-3. And since 2014, Pat has won 10 of the last 11. So smackdown. This is a one-sided rivalry. All right. Let's take a look. Tonight, we've got Matt Ryan and DJ Moore on Evan's side.
Big game.
Thursday Night Football. Pat pretty much running with his normal starting lineup, except he's flexing T. Higgins, which is kind of cool.
Big move.
T. Higgins has been good.
Yeah, yes.
T. Higgins versus AJ Green in the flex. I like that.
I'm mad that I kept AJ Green for so long, and now he's actually producing.
Yeah. You and like a million other people around the country, I'm sure.
That's the only reason why I'm still hanging on the Gronk, even though now that's paying off as well.
Yeah, I don't think you can fault yourself for that. But Evan actually looking pretty good. If Jerick McKinnon can somehow, I don't know. Let's look at the bench, but
I'm hoping that Cook and McKinnon are scratches and I can start my running backs.
Yeah.
Cook's on bye. He's been freaking rocking it.
Yeah, Cook's on Deshaun have been great.
Yeah, bench is still pretty sus, though.
Yeah, it's a little sus. Pat's bench looking sus, too. Ronald Jones
finding a way on the bench?
The run is kind of over, though, because Fournette came back super involved this week. Still 10 points on a touchdown, but
carried by that.
Yeah. It was a good run, though. Ronald Jones is looking hot, and he's still probably a hold. You don't want to give up on him by any means, for sure. We'll see if Jarvis Landry has a bigger role now that Ozell's out.
Then he got hurt.
And Dan Sorensen knocked him out of the game, just clean. Just came up, knockout punch.
Higbee, I think, was the last day scratch last week.
Yeah.
I had him in.
I can't believe he's still hanging on to Higbee. I mean,
he could probably drop him now. Mark Andrews is done with his bye.
Yeah.
I don't see Higbee ever getting started over.
I just don't really feel like he's worth the spot. But do you think, Pat? All right. What do you got in this game?
Who I got? We got it.
I like Evan with the upset. I'm taking the upset.
It really just depends on his running backs.
Evan is kind of like my...
Derrick Henry is good, obviously. I guess it really depends on Evan's running backs and Amari Cooper here.
Yeah.
I feel like those are the big question marks. They have, either side has bad games, or Evan's court or running backs don't even play. He could be in trouble there.
I think the James Conner, Mark Andrews, they're both going up against tough defenses against each other. And there's some good matchups on the other side over here. DJ Moore against Atlanta, Kelsey against the Jets.
Evan needs out a kicker. We'll see.
Rams defense against he's out a kicker, Jesus. Rams defense against Tua's first start. I like that a little more than the Colts against Detroit, since Detroit has actually been showing some life recently. Colts defense is legit, but I'll take Evan. Evan is my spirit team this year. Like you got Greg, right? I like Evan.
Had Greg. He
like
traded
Evan.
CMC and so now his team's freaking tanking.
Yeah, I like Evan this year, and I like this upset. All right, let's go to Alex and Mark.
Alex is winning this game.
Alex leads Mark all time, 11-6.
Alex is winning this game.
Longtime division rivals facing out of division for the first time.
Here first, Moss, 2 10-yard rush touchdowns, within the 10-yard line. It's not going to be anything crazy. It's going to be a 2-yard run, touchdown, a 1-yard run, touchdown.
Alex streaming Burrow. Hoping to get Michael Thomas back. It's a 5th time in a row we've said that on this podcast. He's not playing. Bold prediction. Michael Thomas is not a Saint next year. We'll see. But
I would see that. Dude, the team doesn't like him.
He doesn't like the team.
They're calling him Slant Boy, can't stand Mike. It's actually kind of hilarious how they're openly just disrespectful to the guy who just broke the record for most receptions in the season.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to look at his team. I mean, I feel like we're focused on when you look at Mark. I mean, Le'Veon,
let's go.
Carlos.
If
it's a lot of Tennessee, tight end and receiver combo.
Yeah, Cornelius.
Lamar Jackson's playing Pittsburgh, and Lamar Jackson has not been playing hot, and Pittsburgh is the best defense.
Yeah. That's going to be tough. Yeah. This is kind of an ugly game. But I like that Ayuk against Seattle. I like that start. I'm doing that in another league.
I'm telling you, here to here.
Godwin.
Alex will win this game.
Godwin broke his finger. This is the 4th game he's missed of the season, something like that.
He gets hurt. He comes back, plays well. Each game played pretty well.
He's been good when he's been on the field, which makes it even tougher to swallow. But AB's entering the mix soon, and I think who knows? Who knows how this
predicting a last-minute neck tap Williams start over IU.
Yeah, probably could happen. I mean, Tua's first start, kind of the hype.
Yeah, who's going to do it? That's probably why. Might as well do it just so you can have Devontae versus Preston.
Yeah, that actually, you gotta love those inter-game matchups.
When they're on the same part of the field too.
Those are cool.
Who do you have winning this game?
I guess I kind of like Alex's on the upset. Mark's team is kind of trending down right now.
Trending down hard. D-Hop on a bye too. Chris Carson hurt.
What else is going on the bench?
Most
Buster and IR.
Why is he on IR?
Robinson on bye. Wow.
Claypool getting the bench.
Yeah.
Not that, I mean, he did anything last week, but.
Gardner Minshew is out.
Oh, no.
He has a thumb.
I can tell you who Alex isn't starting this week.
Minshew has a thumb fracture and a strained ligament. So, Trevor Lawrence time. Or Justin Fields. Jets don't look like they can win any games. Yeah. And Jags already have a game this year, so.
Trevor Lawrence, I feel like, might actually stay Clemson.
I don't think so, but maybe.
Unless the Jets, sneak a couple dubs and get their way out of the first pick, I just don't see them wanting to go there.
I mean, I get it.
I don't see the Jets really they really like Sam Darnold, but they would just be ridiculed for the rest of their lives if they didn't take Lawrence.
I think you can trade Darnold. I think someone there's some old quarterbacks around the league. I think you can find a spot for Darnold. But
maybe
Steelers.
Tough sell.
All right, let's move on. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like Alex in the upset here.
Let's go.
Let's go with the other Tristan versus Quinn. It's a big time matchup.
Yeah,
it's a big time matchup. This is a contender pretender game.
Just really if Greg's trending down, Mark takes that on Alex.
I think Tristan is
Tristan's been on fire.
Tristan has become a playoff contender again.
Like I'm saying, he's a good team. It's just he is scored on a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And, A.J. Brown, just freaking huge steal. Robbie Anderson's huge steal.
He's losing Mike Davis soon, but should be getting shut back.
Cooper Kupp's really the only worry about his roster because he's slowed down.
Yeah,
DJ Chark is just kind of 1 week by week kind of guy. Robert Woods is hanging tight, hard on Quinn's bench.
Real quick. Tristan leads Quinn all time 5-4. Quinn pointed something out to me. All of his starters are top 10.
Been there, done that.
and all of his bench players are top 20, at least. It's down to basket.
Yeah.
So yeah, Quinn definitely has a legit lineup. Okay, one of them is Jimmy Graham. So
That's like a fake 9.
I'm not counting
6.
4.
Hmm.
Still fake. Doesn't matter what the number is.
Flex on that.
Doesn't matter what the number is. Still fake. Also, Boyd, I don't think. I mean, they have a high volume passing offense, but yeah, I mean, maybe Boyd is like is an underrated player. Like
He gets catches.
he's very much like he takes. I heard somebody say, I don't remember who it was, that like Boyd takes like the fact he's underrated like personal. He like feels disrespected by it. Which I mean, I think more power to you. Number 7 receiver in fantasy this year. This is a huge game. I can't make a pick. I don't think it's gonna be a toss up.
It really
AJ Brown was huge for Tristan's lineup.
key marquee matchups for each team. I feel like you got to throw Clyde in that. That's really his boom or bust player. Like
And Tyreek
that could seal
on the
it.
other side.
And then for Quinn, it's really if Tom Brady is going to be Tom Brady. I feel like everyone else, like they're all solid. Like their tight ends are about even, I would say. The receivers are like good, and they're running. I mean, they just have both good teams.
Yep, this is a good team.
If Clyde has a great game, I think Tristan wins. If Brady, drops 30,
Might call this game of the week.
yeah, I would say for sure. I think it means the most too,
On a quick look at the poll.
because whoever wins really like puts themselves like right there.
Number 2 versus number 6, and they're in the poll, and there aren't too many other big time.
I think Tristan might win this week, and that poll will end up being like 4 or 5 for each team.
Yep. McCaffrey is
Soon to come back too.
I guess not playing tonight. Could play tonight.
He's active, but I think they said at the beginning of the week he had to practice Monday and Tuesday, and he came back on Tuesday and didn't practice Monday. So in order for him to play Thursday, he had to be in practice all week.
But I think return next week.
For sure.
That'd be like perfect timing. Well, I guess
he's losing Mike Davis.
Yeah, I honestly forget about that.
Yeah, I was like, now he's gonna have like that's gonna be killer flex, but
not so much. And he's got Nick Chubb
coming back. That's what it is.
Dang, that's gonna be a legit running back group. And he's got AJ Brown and Robbie Anderson. Tristan, sleeper contender this year. And Herbert been blowing up. So
I definitely would have took that trade from Alex too. I think that one makes actual sense.
Which one?
1 and 3 for McCaffrey.
Oh yeah,
It makes a lot of sense now.
I think
especially for Tristan.
I think it's a good buy.
Yeah.
It crossed my mind too, but I was sort of wondering like how you can't not.
Yeah. Last year he screwed himself with the trade, but this year I think he got it right.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. All right. Yeah. Toss up.
Game of the week.
Toss up game of the week. Watch it. 2 versus 6. All right. Let's go. It's yours.
Storm coming in, Ryan. Trap game.
Ryan won the previous matchup. 151, 138.
152. Go for
There you
it.
go. Ryan's Kyle leads the all-time series against Ryan 13-9. So a little bit closer than one maybe would expect.
Yeah. Played each other a lot.
I think this is pretty much the same story as every game so far with Ryan this season. He is going to be the favorite on paper, but
every week.
But that's why you play the game.
Yeah, Carson Wentz.
I think you got a decent team now.
Yeah.
Very, very suspect number 9 ranking, 1-6. Definitely could be
just
bad luck.
Well, with the tight ends, that was terrible. Like if you look at my tight ends like 4 weeks ago, I was like, okay, it's trash. But now Hawkinson's playing well, Gross's playing really well, so it actually looks good. Deontay Johnson, he was like one of those sleeper guys.
Mm-hmm.
You needed a tight end, so I kind of got to steal with that. And that was a perfect week because OBJ.
Yeah.
OBJ opened up a roster spot. Honestly, it kind of like works. You want to have as many good people on your roster as possible, but like there's a guy that's not really working out well. He kind of just like made a decision kind of easier for me. Like I have to roll with this guy, but I wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Odell wasn't producing all that much, so
DK came back to life, which was good to see going into this week. However, Devontae was just ridiculous.
You mean Lockett? What are you talking about?
DK came back to life. He didn't have that well of a game.
Yeah.
And then Devontae Adams just went off.
Oh, gotcha.
So
I
it was
see.
like kind of like an even draw you could take away from that.
Yeah, DK really cost Ryan last week in a close game, but
Yeah.
it was crazy seeing Lockett outscore DK by like 50 on Sunday night and just like completely change the tide of the entire game. Like that's like the stuff of miracles that like you dream about when you're looking at like a 30-point deficit, like in like projections and stuff. And yeah, that must have been hard to watch. If I was like, I'd be in tears.
Russ Wilson drops back, throws it. Tyler Lockett, touchdown to Russ Wilson. Tyler Lockett. Just like the guy who's been carrying the team in terms of receivers the whole year is just aftermath.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett goes crazy when he goes off. Dude goes hard.
Yeah. Love to see it.
Yep. But no Kyler for Ryan. Kyler's the number 1 quarterback in fantasy this year. And
yeah, but that's just because Russell had a bye.
Yeah,
Russell was averaging 4 more points a game.
Yeah, Russell probably takes over the top spot again this week.
Yes, sir. Playing San Fran.
This would have been sick, 1v2. Actually, it would have been sick if you guys played each other last week in the real life matchup.
I think I would have won.
No, he scored like 150.
Oh yeah, never mind. I lost. I would have pretty much played Tristan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, number 4, Ryan. See if he can. Man, 3 and 4. This is going to be a tough climb for Ryan, even though he has got a good team. He's looking at the wild card game.
I could really hurt him with this one.
Yeah. Honestly,
I really need it.
Another win from Ryan, and it's like full on like red alert. Like he might not make the playoffs.
Yeah. He might be the Alex Rowe last year.
It's really looking like it. And you got teams like Tristan rising up.
He made great trades. Stacked up that draft and then just.
Yeah, Ryan is definitely, if he doesn't see success this year, he's definitely going to be like have a defeated mindset moving forward because he did everything right.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody would look at this roster in a 10-team league in the way that everyone's performing and just be like, how are you 3 and 4? But
even when he tries, he's still,
Yeah, did everything you could, but even made a good pickup on Bucks D. So
yeah, they've been playing real well.
All right.
Great defensive coach.
Let's move on to the last matchup, me versus Greg.
What's up, Greg?
6-1. I lead Greg 7 games to 1 all time. So not very competitive, Greg. Step it up.
Projected to win, though.
It's going to be a trap game. Let's take a look. Yeah. I don't know. My team's a little rocky without Miles Sanders and without some of my receivers. Terry's on bye.
Yeah.
And Debo's out. I was going to start him. And CD is now trending down with the quarterback situation.
Yeah, who knows who's going to be starting.
I got it. I have to face Aaron Jones for the first time since the championship. It's going to be tough. He's playing against really bad defense too. So
yeah, and they just traded.
It's projected 20 points. That hurts.
They just traded one of their best defensive players.
Yeah. Was it Griffin?
No, it was Yannick.
Oh, and I think they traded Griffin too. Everson Griffin.
He was on the Cowboys. Oh, he signed with Dallas and free agency.
Gotcha. Yeah, I knew they traded.
But he's widely known for that.
And Daniel Hunter is out too.
Yeah, so they have no one.
Their defense is decimated.
Their front seven's just not going to look good.
So that's going to be brutal, probably. I might be looking at a 40-point Aaron Jones week.
For sure, I read somewhere Cleveland is like the worst fantasy team for tight ends. Like they just allow the most points for tight ends. And you got Darren Waller going against them.
That doesn't feel good.
No.
I got Calvin Ridley going tonight.
Sticking with Eagles D.
Oh yeah, against Dallas. I love that. He's the third string.
Good clutch pickup.
They've got really good. I probably wouldn't have played them. I might have played them if it was Andy Dalton, but
low-key kind of scared for you for that Patrick Mahomes against the Jets.
I know because the Chiefs. It's like this weird thing where the Chiefs have been winning by so much that they're just not fast passing.
The thing is, even when they're good, they still suck against the Jets. I think we've lost the last 2 times we played the Jets.
I mean, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about a bad performance. I'm worried about too good of a performance, right? Where maybe the defense feasts or something. I
think it's either going to swing where it's what you're saying too good, or it's just going to be why can't the Chiefs score against the Jets right now?
God, either one would suck.
And Adam Gase somehow looks like a genius, and he allows the Chiefs to score 10, and it comes down to the 4th, and then they choke it at the very end.
I don't think the Chiefs are going to lose, but it could happen, I guess.
Ultimate trap game, the worst versus the best.
Got Justin Jefferson coming off of bye. We've been an absolute beast this year. Got a somewhat tough matchup against the Green Bay secondary.
Okay, your running backs going against each other. That's always nice to see.
Taylor has a good matchup, but Swift has a bad matchup. But luckily, Swift is the passing down role.
So got a couple matchups tonight.
I love Swift. I mean, he's been low key and hasn't been like amazing, and I've only started him once last week, but he's been so consistent despite one game.
Yeah, no, I like Swift.
Swift is hype. He's very hype. I think he could be that.
Brown could have his breakout
second
game.
half breakout. Yeah, Brown breakout. Everyone's breaking out. Yeah, I don't love playing against Pittsburgh, but the upside of Marquise Brown is just true.
And you don't have really many options.
I don't have options, and the fact that he can score a 60-yard touchdown at any point of the game is dangerous. He's a weapon.
You guys got a big game tonight.
Who's he going?
He's got Atlanta and Todd, and you got Calvin.
Ooh, that's right. Todd versus Calvin. Whew.
I think Todd Gurley doesn't have a good game.
He had a great game against Carolina. Are you serious?
He scored a touchdown when he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah. Dude, I played Greg. I played Greg.
You should have had 15.
Atlanta played Carolina last time, and Gurley went off. I got to deal with that again. That's annoying. It's really annoying. Oh, well.
I think they're just going to shun Gurley this week, though.
I think this could be my trap game. This might be a loss. I beat Greg by single digits.
Greg was projected to be top 3 this year.
Yeah,
that was when he had Christian McCaffrey, though.
Yeah. Yeah, this could be a sad loss, but I love that Justin Jefferson's back. And I guess Miles Sanders is day-to-day, so he could actually end up in the lineup. I don't know if I would play him. It might be gentle with
I think your quarterbacks are both going to screw you this week. That's my
I definitely don't like Allen against New England. I think that's a bad matchup. And
he can only be good for so long.
I don't know. This could be a 40-point Mahomes week. I mean, every week could be a 40-point Mahomes week, but
this is true.
But I feel like that the Jets, it might just be like so ugly that he just doesn't score, or they're just like Clyde runs wild, or they run like reverses that like go all the way to the house. Things like that. God, things that suck about fantasy.
Taylor gets like 2 punt return touchdowns.
Yeah,
or something.
definitely could happen.
And he's got Steelers D
against Baltimore.
Yeah,
I like my matchup better. Good Steelers defense, but I'll take a average to above average defense against a really bad offense again versus a good defense versus a good offense.
Right.
Yeah.
What time's that game? That's really the question. If it's a night game, I don't know. Might be in trouble.
Noon.
Nice.
Nooner.
I think you left out a little bit there.
It's going to be a fun one. I'll be watching that game.
Yeah, I'll probably stream it from my laptop at work. Though I will be watching the game tonight.
Oh, yeah. If there's a night game, definitely be watching.
Huge.
Calvin going to go off. 2 touchdowns coming tonight.
Julio going off tonight. 200-yard game. You heard it here. We're making predictions left and right. We don't care.
Here we go.
Julio 200. Mahomes and Josh Allen combined for less than 30 this week.
Yikes.
Bold predictions.
Hope not. I got some ground to make up in the points for standings.
Yeah, you got to put some respect on that 6-1.
We got a few minutes. Let's look at the standings.
Yay, my favorite part. Woo! 1.143 winning percentage.
Yeah. Well, go for it. You do what you want to do. There, we can zoom out.
Can I get more away games? 0-4 at home.
There you go.
Yeah. I need more away games, and so does Mark.
Okay, let's do the points for.
Greg's still leading the pack, but Ryan's right on his tail.
Greg, Ryan, Quinn, Pat, Evan, Tristan, Eli, Kyle, Mark, and Alex. And here's the luck factor. Oops. Opposite of that.
Yeah. Or the unlucky factor.
The unluck factor.
Woo!
Thanks. 1,000 points plus. And then before we head out, take a look at the bracket.
Tristan's still getting average 150 on a game. Which in reverse that would probably be almost like the really record for points averaged a game. Something like
yeah,
that.
close.
If it was reversed.
I just got one thing to say about this playoff bracket. I am coming for the repeat. Let's go.
Not gonna lie, this playoff bracket really sucks.
Prove all them doubters wrong. I love Evan in the
Evan, Mark, Quinn. Woo! It's looking like a Pat Eli championship year. Or it could be that time where freaking Quinn sneaks in again, just low key.
Yeah, Quinn has made some magical runs. Actually, he's made some insane runs. It's
really would not like either you, Pat, or Quinn to win a title, to be honest.
Yeah, I know.
Would like it in our division, but honestly, I don't want
Quinn's Quinn's championships have both come on wild card appearances.
Yeah.
Some 3-0s.
Stick in that wild card. Don't get out of that wild card.
Yeah.
As you can see, I am not good in the playoffs at all.
Well, you have just so many. You have a lot of.
The only time I've won besides 1 year, the only time I've won a playoff game is when I won the title.
Yeah, a lot of like. But the thing is, these are all semifinal games because you were always winning.
One game away.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, you had like 4. Not every year, but 4 of them.
You know, like the KU basketball in our league.
Yeah, honestly, you are. Yeah. All right, let's wrap it up, I guess. Good show today.
Good luck this week. New poll and league note coming out soon.
Okay, cool. And good luck on Thursday night.
Huge game for everybody.
All right, Calvin Ridley, watch.
So watch. Let's get it.
Peace out.
Later, fellas.